Today we have another hero tier list, but this one's different. Instead of a tier list of putting specific things in order, or from like worst to best or best to worst, we're doing just different categories of heroes and what they specialize at. So we have Can Do Everything, Balloon Popper, Moab Popper, Moab and Balloon Popper, Supporter, Balloon Popper and Supporter, Moab Popper and Supporter. So yeah, those are all of our tiers. Now, as we start off with Admiral Brickle, she might even go to Can Do Everything. Because let's think about this. She can hit camos. She's good at dealing with balloons from her pistol and mines. Her Moab mines, or Mega Mines, can destroy Moabs easily and even DDTs. And she buffs Water Monkeys tremendously. And that, I think, is good. So we'll put her there. Alright, Adora, she's going right in the middle with her same yellow color, Moab and Balloon Popper. She's great at popping Moabs, and if you get camo detection, she's great at popping camo balloons and DDTs. And yeah, that's overall what she does. She doesn't really support your other towers at all. In fact, she sacrifices them. So she's not even close to being a supporter. So unfortunately, we're going to have to put her there. Benjamin's, I would like to say Balloon Popper, but he technically doesn't pop them. He puts a hacking thing on them that then, makes other monkeys be able to get rid of them. So yeah, that's that. So Benjamin's just going to be a normal supporter. He gives you cash, he gives you lives. He's really good. He's pretty good. And he also downgrades balloons, which doesn't exactly count as popping. So he's known for supporting, and that's always what he's going to be known for. If Ninja Kiwi somehow makes him attack balloons, that's kind of just going to ruin the theme of Benjamin. So he's just going to be a supporter. Captain Churchill is a Moab and Balloon Popper. He is exactly like Adora, but I'll put Captain Churchill above Adora because of one reason, is that he without any buffs can actually pop every type of balloon. So that would count camos, purples. Adora can pop purples, but only with her first ability. So yeah, Captain Churchill is just going to be above Adora for that one. Alright, Etienne. Etienne can do everything. Basically, Admiral Brickle. His one buff is the one buff that's actually really good, and it's the one that gives, hang on, I accidentally did this, okay. Oh no. Sorry guys, I kind of moved around the order. So, I mean, it doesn't really matter, but you know what, I kind of just like the color order like this, because it's like, hot color to cold color, just like that. So Etienne gives camo detection on all monkeys on the screen, every single one of them. So you don't have to just get a radar scanner for everything and just pile them up inside the village's range. No, Etienne can do it anywhere. For all water monkeys, all land monkeys, that's why he can support. And his second ability is great at popping like DDTs, Moabs, BFBs, all of that. Even balloons with his drones, it's really good. He struggles a little bit against like fortified ceramics, but still, besides all that, he's really good. Ezili. Ooh. Ezili's an interesting one. She can't do everything, because she can't pop purples. So if I had to choose, I would say, you know what? I'll put it right here. Because when I think about it, if she puts the curse on the Moab, it just moves along as a curse. And that is not, like, physically popping them because there's, like, no balloons coming out. She basically just, like, destroys them, like, disintegrates them. And that's different from the word popping. And we're talking about balloon logic, so, like, popping actually will mean kill, but that's a different way. And so that's just not balloon logic. So Ezili's going to go in Balloon Popper and Supporter because her second ability puts down the totem that takes away 5 lives, and then gives like all these buffs. There's not a tier that says something that's like a bad hero. So like if she takes away her lives, it still kind of repays you because it has all those buffs. And besides, if you just have like something that gives you lives back, it's just pretty easy. So it doesn't really matter that much. All right, Geraldo. I mean, when his shop items pop things, that's still pretty much supporting because like he's supporting your. I don't know though. I could put him if can't do anything if I wanted to, or I could just put him in supporter. Because, like, his items technically are just supporting stuff that, and it's not really his attacks. I mean, it's technically his attacks because, like, he owns the stuff. It's really hard. Well, let's think about it this way. Without Geraldo, you can't really get these items. And the power-ups have some of these, but not all of them. There's the camo trap, which is basically the camo potion, just like you can put it down. So he's basically just your powerhouse. I'll leave him in can do everything for now. I'll put him right in between them. Alright, Gwendolyn. Gwendolyn. Where do we put Gwendolyn? I'll put her in Moab Popper because since she has that one gun that shoots in a straight line, when she shoots it, it can't hit, it does not hit, like, some really fast balloons. She can miss pink balloons and yellow balloons pretty easily. So I'll put her in Mob Popper because mobs are, pretty much slower and it's easier for her to hit them. Alright, Oben Greenfoot. Yeah, he can do everything, but he's at the bottom because his regular attacks can't see camos. His abilities are where you can see camos, but like he also like just buffs your towers, has good attacks, all of that. He can do everything basically. Pot Fusty. Yeah, he's a Moab Popper and supporter because his first ability can make your other towers around him shoot faster, and you can even place him in the water, which is really good because that also works for the water towers. The only problem is that he has a really short range. Oh god. Alright, Sai. Alright, when you level her up, she can kind of just do everything because she's a Moab and Balloon Popper. She doesn't buff you, but she's going to go there. She can pop a lot of stuff. Quincy's a Balloon Popper. Doesn't do great against Moabs, I'll say that. When he levels up, he shreds balloons with his bow and takes them all down with his homing arrows and explosives. It's really effective. Even though it does says arrows do triple Moab damage, yeah, not really. So yeah, Quincy's a little bit of a dud when it comes to popping Moabs, and you're going to need a better hero that does a lot of more damage. Like, who do we have? Like Gwendolyn, Adora, just someone like that. A lot more damage. Sauda is another Balloon Popper. She's really good because she gets you out off the start as a really good early game tower, so I'll put her above Quincy. Her two abilities are very good and are global. So her first ability, you can put it down and aim it anywhere you want, first, strong, close, last, whatever. And you can throw down the swords, and when she does that, they can one-shot ceramics once she gets to the right levels, and that is powerful. They can even do lead damage, which is good, and at level 13, she also pops leads, and that's really good. And I'd say she's better at Quincy because she's a lot better at her starting levels because she can already see camos, and at level 3, she can pop leads, so that's good because of her ability. Not because of that, like her actual attacks can pop them, but it's still a very fast cooldown. I won't say very fast, pretty average, but a little faster than I'd say a Rocket Storm ability. Alright, Striker Jones as our last one. Oh my god. If you guys don't know, Striker Jones is my least favorite hero because he does not really specialize at anything. He's not good at popping ceramics at all, and you have to get him to level 20 to even pop 2 layers of balloons. What is this garbage? He attacks really quickly, but his best things are a supporter, and he's terrible at Moabs. He can stun balloons and Moabs well, but that's not considered popping them, and you need something else for him to actually be able to pop the balloons and help him out. So he's just going in supporter, because he supports like all your explosive towers, the bomb shooters, the mortars, and then they get some more attack speed and, all that stuff. So here is our list. In the can do everything, we have Aaron Brickle, Geraldo, Etienne, and Oben. In Balloon Popper, we have Sauda and Quincy. Moab Popper, just Gwendolyn, because her guns are really good for popping those slow Moabs that are not that fast, and she has some good aim with those. Captain Churchill, Moab and Balloon Popper. Again, he has a mini gun, which is good at popping all the balloons that come around. He has a lot of range, a lot of range. His abilities are pretty average. Like his first ability is kind of bad, but his second ability, that one's not that average. It's really good. It can take down 10 Moabs, and that is just phenomenal. Dora also just a little bit below because she can't see camos unless you have to give her a buff. And her first ability is her only way to pop purples unless you get an MIB village. But her abilities still help her out tremendously, and she does not support in any way. In fact, does the opposite. Sai, again, she can pop the Moabs if she's leveled up. And at level 20, she can kind of just pop everything. And that's good. Supporters, we have Benjamin, Striker Jones. They both support guys. And Benjamin, he puts Balloon Trojan, boom, takes down that Moab once you just pop it. No balloons come out, and that's good. And gives you about $10, I think. Striker Jones. Again, Striker Jones is 0 damage. But he still gives some buffs to your mortars and bomb shooters, so he can go there. Ezili, yeah, balloon popper and supporter. Her second ability takes away 5 lives, but that's okay. And then she gives that buff that's not that permanent, so she's not that good of a balloon popper and supporter, but still pretty good. And her second ability, Moab Hex, can even take down a BAD at level 20, which is impressive. Because once those BADs level up and get more health in the late game, really late game, between round 150 and 200, BADs get pretty strong. And if she's at level 20, boom, she can one-shot them. Maybe not even a Paragon could do it because they're so powerful. But Ezili can do it. And last but not least, because there really is no order, Pat Fusty, Moab Popper and Supporter. He knocks back Moabs. And he doesn't have too much attack speed until he levels up that much. And he can support with his first ability, I guess, a little bit. And if you have, I don't know, a crossbow, doesn't really do much damage to mobs, he can just crush it with his fist for his second ability, allowing the crossbow to do some extra damage from the inside balloons. So that's pretty nice. He knocks them back. He can stun balloons, which is not, the best way to pop them, but still pretty good. He knocks, a lot of stuff back, but he just does not have enough range for me to put him as a balloon popper, because since mobs are big, he can see them even when they're not in his full range. And there we have it, our tier list. All of these guys are very unique in different ways. And if you're looking for ways to pop bosses or just chimps or unpoppable double HP mobs, use Gwendolyn. Bosses, I'd recommend Geraldo, Benjamin, or maybe Oben. Yeah, something like that. So yeah, and chimps, I'd say Etienne, Brickle, or Sauda. So yeah, all these heroes have different powers, and they're very good. So I'd recommend just using these guys at different times. Look at the categories. See which one you're looking for. And for that, I think it's time to end the video. See you next.